Well, hello everyone out there. This is your girl Kimberly with another video to help you to be beautiful. Well, in today's message, I'm really excited about today's message because this one is called Esther, Prepare for Your King. And this message is specifically for single women that are waiting for the man that God has for you. All right, so if you are a married woman, you can get something out of this too. But again, this is specifically for single women. All right, so let's get it. All right, so I was reading the book of Esther, and I was reading from the CJB, which is a complete Jewish Bible written by Messianic Jews. And Messianic Jews are Jews that do believe that Jesus is the Messiah and the Son of God. And I love reading this version when I want clear understanding because they know the Jewish customs and the interpretations. So the interpretations are very clear. So I was reading from what was it, Esther 2, and I was looking at verse 9 and also verse 12 because it talked about the different things that Esther and the other maidens had to go through, the treatment, the beauty treatments that they had to go through before they were presented for the king. And the things that stood out to me, like if you look at verse 9 from the CJB, it says, the girl pleased him, talking about Esther, and pleasing Hagar, the one that was over the maidens. It says the girl pleased him and won his favor so that he lost no time in giving her her cosmetics, her portions of special food, and 7 girls from the king's palace to attend to her. Now the two parts that I know is the cosmetics and the portions of special foods. Okay, so as you are preparing, start getting your cosmetics together. Not too much makeup, by the way, because you don't want to look like a clown. You know, men are thrown off by that. And also special foods to look healthy, to be healthy, to glow from the inside out. And then if you look at verse 12, like the middle of it, let's start at where it says she had undergone the full 12-month preparation. I want to get to that in a minute. Period. Prescribed for the women, consisting of a 6-month treatment with oil of myrrh and 6 months with perfumes and other cosmetics for women. So the things that stood out that she had to go through was oil of myrrh and also perfumes. So the oil to get that skin soft and glowing, you know. And then also the perfumes, her hygiene, make sure she smells good. The dental hygiene, the feminine hygiene, the perfume, smelling beautiful, smelling wonderful for that king, okay? Those are things that she had to go through. Although, if you look in the middle of verse 7, it says that she was a good-looking woman already. She was shapely and good-looking. He still had to go through a 12-month preparation stage, doing these things before she could even be presented to the king. So I wanted to share this with you because some of you are praying to God for your king, and you've been hearing Esther a lot as kind of a sign that it's time to prepare for him, right? So I'm letting you know, if you are not doing any of these things already, getting your cosmetics together, your hair, your skin, your hygiene, all of those different things together, girl, get that started now. You want to make sure you give the best version of yourself for that man, okay? The best version, okay? First impressions are lasting impressions. Remember that. And you want to always be ready. Always be ready. Of course, we know the most important part of yourself is who you are on the inside, your heart, right? That's the most important part. But don't neglect this. You still got to make sure that you have this going on as well. Because let's be real, men are visual creatures. This will attract you to him, but of course it's what's on the inside your heart that will make him stay. Now, the next thing I wanted to point out was that it was a 12-month, they said a full 12-month preparation period. Quit trying to rush the preparation stage. as you are single, this is your time to prepare. And not just for him. Don't do it just for him. Do it for you. Live your best life now. Become the best you that you can be during this time, during this preparation time, okay? Make sure that, you get your finances in order also. In addition to this, make sure you get your heart right. Make sure that you heal from wounds from the past so that you don't bring those wounds to your new relationship and destroy it because of lack of healing from it, okay? This is the time to do that. Quit trying to rush God and trying to make him to hurry up and bring this man to you when you don't have your stuff together, okay? This is the time to get your stuff together, all right? Focus on that. Now, I also have written this ebook that goes into detail about how to prepare with the cosmetics, the oils, the perfumes, and all of that. And I also have something in this ebook that's called the 5 Senses of Men, because based off of the 5 senses, you can have an idea of what things you need to have prepared for your king. All right. And I'll also talk a little bit about how to get an idea of who God has for you, so that when you see a counterfeit, you can recognize the counterfeit from the real right away and don't waste your time. All right. Because I'm going to tell you something. Before the real king come, you're going to always have the counterfeits to come, and they're going to seem like they are the one. You're going to be like, oh, this got to be it. And then you connect with them and like, what in the world did I get into? So make sure that you get that ebook so that you can have all of that stuff prepared ahead of time, so that you can not only be prepared but also have an idea of who that king is, so that you can recognize the real from the fake. All right. I feel like I need to mention this. Make sure that you are praying for that man ahead of time. Okay. Of course, you don't know who he is. God knows who he is. Begin to start praying for him. A book that I highly recommend, I thought I had the book near me, but I don't. It's called Powers of a Praying Wife. Begin to start praying for that man ahead of time from that book. Of course, they have a blank where you can put the name of your spouse there, but because you don't know who he is, just say the spouse or the man that you have for me, okay? And God knows who he is, and your prayers will begin to go to him ahead of time, so that when you do meet him, he's also prepared. All right? So I hope this message has blessed you today. Use this weekend to start getting prepared, and quit rushing God if you haven't even been undergoing your preparation. And I also need to mention this, just because it's a full 12-month period here doesn't mean that that's how long it's going to take for you to get prepared. Okay, it could be less than 12 months. It can possibly even be more than 12 months. God knows, and God's timing is the perfect timing. So keep that in mind. But you got to do your part, because when you just stay still, guess what you're doing? You're delaying that promise that you're praying for. All right, so that's enough for now. You all have a wonderful weekend, a safe weekend, and I'll talk to you again really, really soon. Y'all be blessed.